work for a period of time. And even if you stop working, you have the capacity to keep making money, right? So please, on the next slide, I'm going to be showing you why we are unique, the uniqueness of Faforlife. Of course, we have thousands of brands over there, but you want to see why people are really stuck on what we are doing, why people actually want to sell what we are doing, why people have decided to adopt this business as their own. The first is that we have, of course, a one-time lifetime partnership system that allows you to partner once and forever, or for a lifetime rather, you are in business with us. And you don't really need to renew any payment to continue being in partnership with us. That's amazing. That's fantastic, right? And of course, our parent bonus, they go down to infinity. There's never a level where you get and you're not making parent bonus again because let's say the level of debt is so deep, right? So that is that it goes down deep to infinity from any generation, right? And of course, we have no sensitive distributorship. This means that you can sign up with the least package and sign up someone with the highest package and also earn commission as due. And it also means that when the people you sign up or return to the business come up to your level or even in some cases overtake you, it does not affect you, does not stop you from earning from them and their team, you keep earning. Of course, we also have a high profit for stockists. Of course, I can say categorically that it's not one of the stockists itself. I guess I'm going to take my time to explain it. I want PVs and on the binary business. And of course, you have curative, preventive, and affordable products that you can actually agree with me on, right? Of course, for me, I've got a couple of stem cells in the market before I met Faforlife, and I can tell you categorically, I've never seen the one that beats its efficacy. And of course, it's the cheapest amongst all of them, right? And of course, we have spillovers, and of course, only limited timeline for package upgrade. Nobody's going to put you under compulsion as to when to upgrade. You do your business organically, the way, according to your capacity, right? The next slide, please. Now, we're going to be talking about how you can get started with a business. We have 5 different ways you can choose to partner with us, right? Now, the first is a smart package. This is actually not smart. It's not a smart one because I tell people something that does not have the capacity to read the activities is not a smart package, right? If you want to test our waters, I would advise you to come on board with a 2,000 package that comes with 30 PV, right? And of course, if you want to up the game, I advise that you come on board with 45,000 package that comes with 80 PV. And of course, if you want to do business as a player in Faforlife, you want to do it as a business, I would advise you to come on board with a business class. And of course, you want to get every single thing on the table. You want to come with a business executive package that goes for 270,000 naira. Of course, if you understand what business is all about, you know that every venture is first a profitable venture. You want to venture in a way that you make more profit. And of course, Faforlife is just like a reservoir that will fill the container you're coming with. What do I mean? If I want to go and fetch water, and what I have is a kettle, I will only fetch the capacity of the kettle. If I have a bucket, I'll fetch the capacity of the bucket. If I have a keg, I'll fetch for the capacity of the keg. So it is what you come with or the package you choose that would determine how much you're able to pull out of the system. So if I can advise you, you would choose my advice. You are, meant to sign up with the highest package, the business executive package. That's if you can afford that package. And because of my presentation, you will see why it is very, very important that you actually sign up with the bigger package. The next slide, please. We talk about the values that comes with the packages. I want to say that in Faforlife, registration is 100% free. What you pay for is the package. I said that because I've been to events where they will say you pay 5,000 naira and that's registration fee, and you don't get a value for that. And after that, you then pick up a package, right? But here in Faforlife, you just pick up a package and you get value that is over 100% of whatever it is you're going to pay for, right? You have the smart package that's going to give you one big bottle of Faforlife. And of course, you have the next, which is the basic package. The basic package will give you about 7 different options to choose. You can choose between, 2 bottles of Faforlife and of course combination of Faforlife and Speedex, as you can see it there on the slide. And you can also choose 2 different combinations of Speedex as it is in the slide, right? And of course, we have the next, which is a super package. The super package goes for 45,000 naira, comes with 80 PV, and leaves you with 7 different choices to make from. If you zoom in the on your screen, you can zoom it in. You discover that the number of the number of products, that is the quantity of products you're going to be getting on this particular package has increased. Reason because it is designed that by the time you are done selling, if you sell 100%, you should be able to make more than 45,000 naira, which is the original price of this package, right? So the quantity is designed in such a way that at the end of the day, if you sell everything, you have more than the 100% of your investment, right? And of course, we have the next package, the business class package, the package for business guys. Guys, you want to build business in Faforlife, the package you want to go for. And of course, this particular package leaves you with about 9 different options. It's going to leave you with 9 different options. Okay, so you can about I think 13 big bottles, and you can also have just Speedex. You can have combination of Speedex and Faforlife, and of course, just the way you can see it on that slide, you can pick any of those packages. There are 9 there. Anyone you choose is absolutely your choice. And remember, by the time you are done selling, if you do 100% sales, you're going to make more than 117,000 naira. And of course, we have the biggest package for the biggest guys. You want to play very big in Faforlife system. You want to max out every single bonus on this system. You want to reach the top. You want to climb your rank and also achieve what is due to your rank. You want to sign up with the business executive package. This particular package comes with 500 CC, and of course gives you about 11 choices you can choose from. You can pick one of those packages, and of course there you are going to see only Faforlife. You can also see combination of Faforlife and Speedex and what have you. At the end of the day, the quantity is in such a way that when you're done selling 100%, you make more than 270,000 naira, quite more than that, right? And that is the beauty of Faforlife. Now let's talk about how you can get rewarded, how money can actually enter into your pocket. Now there are 2 cancers in life. I've meant to understand that there's cancer of the body, which everybody knows about, and there's another cancer that is even worse. It's called the cancer of the wallet. When you are incapacitated to do what you can do, what other people are forced to do. When you are in a state where you know what to do, but you cannot do it because you lack funds. That is one of the reasons why we preach Faforlife, because it has the freedom that people are looking for. Just before I talk about this bonuses, let me remind you that this system has the capacity to give you financial freedom. And what is financial freedom? Financial freedom is having enough money to enjoy your time and having enough time to enjoy your money. Amazing, right? That is what financial freedom is all about. Now, we are going to put money on your pocket through retail profit, sponsor bonus, indirect sponsor bonus, upgrade bonus, business bonus, placement bonus, unilevel commission, award recognition, leadership pool, and cookies bonus. I will take them one after the other. The first is a retail profit. We have a system that makes sure that by the time you get this product and you sell it to the end user, the system has designed a profit margin of about 13 to 30%. You are going to see that on the next slide. The next slide, please. 13 to 30% of profit margin, so that whenever you sell those products, you're going to make profit as an affiliate or a distributor of Faforlife. The next I'm going to be talking about is the sponsor bonus, guys. The sponsor bonus, the bonus that allows you to make certain percentage from the capital investment of the people who you're introducing into the business, right? Of course, you're going to be making 25% of the PV allocated for each of the packages, right? How do I make? when you sign up someone with 270,000 naira, you're going to be making 25% of that value, and it's going to be about 50 something thousand as it is calculated on the PV price, right? If you sign up someone with a business package, you're going to be making about 20 something 20. That's 25,000 plus. And of course, if you sign up someone with cheaper package, you're going to be making as much as about 9,600 naira. And of course, if you sign up someone on the basic package, you have about 3,900 naira to claim from there, and so on and so forth. So this means that for anybody who is going to pick up a package through you, you are going to make certain money from this person's sign up on the go, and that is what is called sponsor bonus. We also have the indirect sponsor bonus. How does this work? Those people you directly refer, when they go out there to refer someone, those people they are going to refer are going to fall on your second generation. The people on your second generation, which are the people you do not directly invite or register into the platform, but these people were actually invited, introduced into the company through the people you already introduced, right? Now you are going to get certain percentage from, or rather commission from that activity, right? From that activity. So on the second generation, anybody that takes a spot there, you will make 3%. And of course, it does not end there. If the people on your second generation goes out to also have people or recruit people that will be in their first generation, automatically they will be in your third generation. And of course, Faforlife is still going to give you another additional 2%. That is officially amazing for me, where you can earn sponsor bonus on a leverage platform from the people you read, who they go to the third generation. That is officially amazing, because I know teamwork will always beat one man work. If you check, you will discover that the number of persons you have in your organization, if you're already in Faforlife, is more than the number of persons you directly signed up. This means that as your force is growing, as the sponsor base is growing, you have the capacity to make a lot much more even on the indirect sponsor bonus. And that is officially amazing for me. The next slide, let's talk about the upgrade bonus. The upgrade bonus comes to play when a particular individual chooses a lower package and in the course of time discovers that he's losing money and wants to up the game. What they usually do is that they are going to pay the difference between where they are and where they want to be, right? So it simply means if I'm signed up on the 18,000 naira package, and over a period of time I see the need to upgrade to the highest package, I don't need to pay a fresh 270,000 naira to be on the business executive class. I just need to pay the difference of 252,000 naira to get myself there, because I'm already in the 18,000 naira package. Now, when people make such moves, the person who sponsored them makes another money. Now, let's say you're right. I sponsor an individual who signed up with 18,000 naira. I should have made the commission. Any day that individual decides to upgrade that account, I'm going to make another commission from that particular difference it pays to upgrade that account. And I'm going to be making commission to the tune of 2.5%. That is officially amazing as well for me. On the next slide, we're going to be talking about the business bonus, the residual system of Faforlife. This commission can actually come for you when you're sleeping, but you need to build a team, right? And can I shock you? All you need to create that team is just to find 2 leaders. Just 2 leaders. We have a hybrid binary compensation plan in Faforlife. And binary is talking about, anytime you get binary, is talking about you. So, from the table you're seeing there, the Faforlife system says that from the day you sign up, you have 2 sales force, the left sales force and the right sales force. And any day they discover that there is activity on your left and activity on your right, the company is meant or is designed to pay you an income called business bonus. They calculate this payment based on 40 PV, Remember, every package has a PV attached to it. So, for instance, the business executive package comes with 500 PV. It means if you have 500 PVs on your left and about 500 PVs on your right, the system is going to do a mathematical, division to check how many 40 are in 500, and it's going to be converted to cash and it's going to be paid to you. Now, if you look at that table, it will start counting from basic. The smart package is not there. As smart as it is, was not able to make it to that table. You see why I said that package is actually not smart. So the basic package allows you to make 900 per pair. On each pair, you have uh, 900. Now I'm going to break it down a bit more. Let's say on your left you have 1,000 points, and then on your right you have 1,000 points. If you do the mathematics, how many times 40 can come inside 1,000? I think you'll be getting about, if you wouldn't mind, just give me some minutes to do a calculation on that. Okay? I just want to be more clear so that you guys get it very, very well. So 1,000 divided by 40 is going to give us 25. That means you're meant to make 25 pairs from this activity. Now, if you are going to be making that 25 pairs basic account, you are only going to be making 900 naira into 25 places. But if this was happen for you, if this was to happen for you, and you were on the super package, you will calculate each pair by 1,260. If you are in the business class, each of your pair would have been 1,800. And if you are on the business executive, each of your pair would have been 2,160. Now, if you're on basic, remember the value of your pair is 900, and the maximum number of pairs you can make in a day is 15. You can make a maximum of 15 pairs in a day. Now, if you make up to that in a day, that is already 13,500. And if you grow your business maybe after a period of 5 months, 6 months, 7 months, 1 year, 2 years, depending on your capacity, if you're able to grow a system that generates that activity on a daily basis, it means in a month you're looking at 418,500 naira only from business bonus. If that happens for you as a super affiliate, it means you're making 1,260 into 25 places. Amazing. Into 25 places. And if that happens for you, you're talking about 500 naira. If it continues to happen like that, you're talking about 970,500 naira for a month, only from business bonus, not from Faforlife in general, right? We're talking about business executive that gives you 2,160 per pair. The value of each pair on the business executive package is around 2,160. And if you make that into 50 times, which is the capping for that particular package, you're talking of 108,000 naira already. And if this continues to happen for you every day and run into a month, you're talking about 3.3 plus million on a monthly basis, only from business bonus. Ladies and gentlemen, this is amazing. The good thing about this bonus is that if you put in the work over a period of time, you discover that you are going to lose count of how many persons, where they're coming from, what's bringing in that activity, but what happens every single time an activity happens on your left and on your right, you keep making money. There's nothing as powerful as building a system of leverage, guys. It is as powerful as anything, right? System of leverage. What is system? System is an acronym that says save yourself stress, time, energy, and money, right? Now we go over to the next bonus. The next bonus, the next slide, thank you, is a placement bonus. Of course, a single account has only a maximum of 2 structures directly under it because we run a binary system. So anytime an individual, takes the position of this particular 2 structures that are directly, directly engrafted to your structure. This is what I mean. Every single individual needs 2 persons on their one on the left and one on the right. And then if they have more persons, they will now go ahead to fill them under this initial 3 persons. So this structure, anybody that stays in there, either it was spillover, maybe your offline sponsor you today and then try to sponsor someone under you. The moment someone takes those structures, you're going to make 1%, of the package they signed up to. For instance, I sign up today and I'm able to get someone to sign up with 270,000 naira. The moment I put that person on my left, as the first person on my left, I'm going to make 1% of that transaction, which is 2,700 naira. The moment I put the first person on my right, I'm going to make 1% of any package that person chooses as well. And this is what placement bonus is all about. And from what we have in Faforlife, a single account can give you this bonus only twice, while 3 accounts, which is the maximum we do, can give you this bonus up to 4 times. Now the next bonus is the uni-level bonus. A wonderful bonus that has been designed to pay you whenever the people in your organization comes back to the company to purchase the product. And of course, what we have in Faforlife is a good product that sells itself, right? So we always have people who want to come back and have a taste again of what we have, the miracle we have in a bottle, right? Now, what happens is that the system has, arranged a table that is going to calculate, the earnings that are meant to come to you, right? So if you're on the basic package, from that table you can see that you can only earn from the first to the 5th level. If you're on the super package, from the table you can see that you can earn from your 1st to your 7th level. So in the business class package, you can see from the table that you can earn from your 1st to the 11th, generation, right? And of course, if you're on the business executive, from the table you can see that you can the 1st level to the 15th level, and that's maxing out every single thing on that plan. Now, when the people that are in your first generation, people in your first generation are usually the number of persons you sponsor directly. It does not matter where they are, where they fall into your structure. Maybe they are in your 5th generation or 10th generation. In the university system, they are all seen in a straight line as people you sponsor, right? So whenever they buy products, they're going to make 5%. They're going to make 5%. And of course, when the people that are in your first generation, the people you sponsor, when the people they sponsor come to pick up a product, this is for your 2nd generation, so you're going to make 4% of anything they picked up. And of course, on the 3rd level, when the person is on your 2nd generation and sponsor people and they are on your 3rd level, what happens? Anytime they pick up a value, you're going to make 3%. On the 4th level, you make 3%. On the 5th level, you make 2%. And of course, as a basic affiliate, that's all for you. If people affiliate continue on the 6th level, you make 2%. On the 7th level, of course, you make 2%. And of course, on the business class, you continue. You are at the super or the 7th level, you come up. So if you're on the business class, you continue from the 8th level to make 1%, 9th level to make 2%, 10th level to make 2%, and of course, 11th level to make another 2%, right? And at the 11th level, you're caught up. But if you're on the business executive package, you're going to make 5% on your 1st level, 4 on your 2nd, 3 on your 3rd level, 3 on your 4th level, 2 on your 5th level, 2 on your 6th level, 2 on your 7th level, 1 on your 8th level, 2 on your 9th level, 2 on your 10th level, 2 on your 11th level, 3 on your 12th level, 3 on your 13th level, and 3 down the 15th level. That is huge. That is maxing out every single thing on that system. On the next slide, I'm going to chip in how this can actually make you a full-blown millionaire within a space of a year. We are doing a 2x2 geometrical progression. We are assuming that in the first month, you just have 2 persons who were able to buy 10 easy, right? Now, in that month, you can see that the commission that is coming in from just this person is just 450. That's not so encouraging. But just watch what's happening already. In the next month, it's assumed that these 2 persons have been able to get 2 persons, making it 4 persons on the next level. And if the 4 of them are able to pick up 10 PV product. On that month, you're going to make a cash value of 720. And of course, if those four persons go ahead to sign up eight persons, that's two persons each, on the next month, you are going to be making 1,800. And of course, if those number of persons that are your third generation, which are the eight persons, goes ahead to sign up two persons as well, what happens? And they pick up the product, you're going to make 2,160. In the next month, if the 15 goes ahead and recruits 50 persons, we have 32 persons there. What happens? You're going to be making 288,000 naira. If everybody there goes ahead and gets 50 persons, you'll be having 64 persons, and in that month, you're going to be making 5,760. Yeah, and of course, if that multiplication continue happening two by two every month, you see that on the next month, you're going to be making 11,520. The upper month, you make 11,520. The next month, the shift will happen suddenly. You're already making 46,080 naira. The next month, you're already making 92,160. On the next month, you're already making 184,300. On the next month, you're already making 552,960. On the next level, you're already making 1.1 million. On the next level, you're already making 2.2 million. And of course, on the last level, you're already making 4,423,000 naira. Now remember that with the debt is gone in the African market, especially for Nigeria, we have people who have been able to build a very massive thing, and some of them will start from, a good, let's say maybe from the 14 level to start earning this level. Some persons are going to launch this level with 1 million, from 1 million and above. Of course, I know about that very, very much. And of course, what we've been doing in Faforlife is just what we've been able to run for 1 year. I can imagine what the future holds for everybody who has done very good things. This bonus alone, can take care of particularly every single problem you have, depending on how hard you keep the business, right? The next, we're going to be talking about other bonus, which is a rank and recognition award. A very wonderful bonus that has been designed to give you an extra after you're making every commission from every table. This is recorded to give you the huge extra, right? And of course, on the next slide, you're going to be seeing what you need to do to get to where and what comes at every position. The moment on your list leg, you're able to generate 4,000 PV, you become a silver executive. And of course, as a silver executive, you're going to get what we call a silver pack. The silver pack will come with a lot of, goodies inside of it. And of course, most of these goodies are going to be, 100% of the goodies are going to be Faforlife products that, of course, you can take and be healthy. The primary thing here is that the company wants you to be healthy. They don't want you to sell wellness and you are deficient in wellness, right? So they want you to be healthy, right? The next is 8,000 PVs on your list leg and you become a gold executive. When you become a gold executive, what happens? You are going to be sharing from the table 188,000 naira. Of course, you can get a new configuration laptop, right? Or that the cash value of 188,000 naira. Of course, if you become a Ruby executive, it means on your list that you're able to produce 17,000 PVs. And if this happens to you, you're going to be getting a gold-plated wristwatch or a cash value of 480,000 naira. That is already 500,000 naira. Sorry, 500,000 less 20,000, right? That's almost 500,000 naira, half a million. Amazing, really, really amazing. Talk about diamond executive. With that 7,000 PVs, you're going to be getting, of course, a 10 kVA diesel generation plan, or you go for the cash value of 1,040,000 naira. Really, really amazing. Really, really amazing. I know companies that you have 18,000 PVs and all you're getting is a standing fan. Like, I know a company like that, and of course, it has been running. It has been running for all I can in the Nigerian market. So you can see what we have in Faforlife. And of course, if you've been in the industry, you want to appreciate what we have in Faforlife. If you have 95,000 PVs on your list leg, you become an ambassador. and at this level you qualify for your first car in Faforlife. Your first car in Faforlife, of course, if you want to go for the cash prize, you get 3 million naira, right? That is what is allocated to that table. You can see how huge it is. The last time we had, that was a couple of weeks ago, December 1st, we had our 1 year anniversary where we awarded over 40 cars. People who have climbed this table and beyond. It was the talk of the town. We painted the whole city white and green, and of course, we keep doing that. The waves are everywhere, and I'm very, very certain that someone who is on this call tonight is going to be the next car achiever. I'm very, very certain that someone on this call tonight is going to be the next car achiever come April, May 2023, right? Of course, if you become a crown ambassador, it means you've been able to generate 250,000 PV on your list leg, and of course, that's your pay leg. You qualify for your second car. Your second car is going to be worth 10 million naira. You can also get the cash value. That is really, really huge. We're now talking about 8 digits, and it is really, really in an economy that is like what we have, of course, in Nigeria and Africa. You know that money can solve a lot of problems, right? And of course, we have the directors, people who through hard work has been able to use now 950,000 people on their list left. We are talking of people who are going to be having estate, housing, and of course, international trips that can be monetized to the tune of 20 million naira. Ladies and gentlemen, this is huge. This is officially amazing. Let me also remind you that just before you get to that place, you should have been able to make at least over 20 million naira from business bonus, and you're still going to be furnished with this big sum. That is officially amazing. The next slide. On the next slide, I'm going to be showing you the leadership pool. This pool is one pool I want to ginger everybody tonight to dare to enter. The pool that is going to deliver to you certain percentage of the company's global profit. Does that make a wave? Does that really make a wave in your head? Like you're now sharing from the company's net profit. This is going to be really, really huge. And from the table, you can see that out of the 100% the company is willing to share on this table, that the ambassadors are going to share 45%, crown ambassadors are going to share 35%, and of course, directors are going to share 20%. So the moment you become an ambassador, how many ever you guys are on that table, we share the 45% of the 100% that the company has allocated for the leadership pool. By the time you get to crown ambassador, you're sharing from 35% of that table. And of course, by the time you become a director, you'll be sharing 20% from that table. Of course, if you understand the system, you know that the higher the rank, the fewer the people. The top is always scanty. There is always a place for someone who decides to go all out and achieve it to the top. The top is always scanty, I always say. So, if you have what it takes to be a top material, you can actually find yourself in this pool and you are sharing from the continuous net global profit. For me, this is making a whole lot of weight. This is making a whole lot of weight. Because this is going to be coming on a monthly basis. And of course, when it comes, it's not going to be alert, it's going to be alarm, it's not going to be smiling. I can tell you for sure. It's going to be really, really alarming, right? This is a pool you really need to dare to be on. And of course, I'm going to be wrapping up with the next, which is, of course, our Turkish business. Now, there are so many things we want to look out for before we are looking to become a Turkish in the system. You want to become a Turkish in the system for sure that you have the space where you safely put up and for people to come up. A good office The next thing we want to look out for is that we want to make sure that your office is not very talking stuff within that, right? And of course, by the time we check all of this, you are going to sign an MOU. And of course, when you sign an MOU, you are going to make a payment of a sum of 2.5 million naira, and you're going to get further stuff in accordance to what you pay. Now, the idea is that whenever people want products from the company, they get it through the stockist. And whenever people choose your store for a pickup, before they come and pick that product, you already make 5% of that particular product. So that by the time you're able to exhaust your whole stock, you must have been able to make 5% of the entire stock. Remember, the entire stock is worth 2.5 million. 5% of it is 125,000 naira. This means that anytime your cycle finishes, the company is going to recycle you. They are going to give you another product, and you don't have to pay a farthing for this to happen. And by the time they recycle you for 20 times, you've been able to make 125,000 naira into 20 places. This means you've been able to recover your 2.5 million naira that you put in as capital. And every other thing that is going to come on board the system based on the stockist package is going to be profit for life. The next other time after the 20th time you're going to be recycled, that you get another cycle, it's just profit for you. You can get it 5,000 times, within a couple of years. And within that 5,000, 20 times is your profit, your capital, every other thing is your profit. And guess what? That is also a lifetime partnership. Because there's never going to be a time where you're going to be asked to renew that payment or to, renew your membership as a stockist. This is one of the sweet things about Faforlife, right? It's a standardized system that has been designed to pay you massively. Guys, can you see those machines? Of course, I said it a couple of weeks ago. Some good distributors we have a company that has been able to show leadership and hard work. Collected machines. Of course, when you look at this picture, you know that these are not cars, these are machines, right? So of course, wonderful, wonderful machines. Can I see the next slide, right? So you can see these are pictures of people who were celebrated, people who were celebrated for their outstanding leadership in Faforlife. I've never seen a system that appreciates leadership as much as Faforlife does, right? And this is an indication that this system was actually built for us, right? There's no system that will treat you like a first-class citizen other than your own system here in Faforlife. When I talk about Faforlife, I talk about it as though it was a dream I betted myself. Because I love the fact that the world is going back to where it started from. Let me remind you that the first civilized country in the world was Egypt, here in Africa. So the world is coming back. When I see, particularly from my organization, I know how many products leave Nigeria to get to Canada, to get to US, to get to so many countries. These are countries where we have rivals, right? People who are also into the industry. But people will go all the way out to get value from Africa. Africa, this is our time. We need to rise to our feet and take what belongs to us. We really need to remind the whites that they came to Africa to learn how to read and write, of course. And with Faforlife, we are achieving a lot, right? We are not trying to put people behind, but we are trying to tell our brethren that we can do it and do even more better, right? You can see the pictures, and of course, I wish, above all things, that someone who is actually listening to the sound of my voice tonight is going to be found maybe some other time in this picture, receiving prestigious awards. Please, can you just keep rolling on the slide? It's actually the end of my presentation, and of course, what I intend for you is that you'll be the next achiever. You'll be the next achiever. And of course, the secret of getting ahead is to get started, right? I've always told people that the number one principle of success is action. And of course, the number one dream killer I've known is procrastination. Procrastination has killed more dreams than failure itself has ever done, right? So I want to charge you that is listening to the sound of my voice, and this is the first time to listen to a presentation like this, to start this business. For some of us who wanted to start, of course, we look at this, it was not looking like our dream. But we discovered that beyond just looking at it from that spectacle, that this can fund our dreams. And some of us, because we said yes, for somebody like me, because I said yes, we have people already who are who are ambassadors, diamonds, uh, gold, rubies, and all of that. Why do I have to start mentioning this? Because I discovered that your decision will affect a lot of people's decision around you. Because our destinies are interconnected. There are people that are cashing out in millions in Faforlife that would have not been able to do that if I said no to the opportunity. So when you want to make decisions, you also want to check out for people who you may not know, but your destinies are connected to theirs. That your decision can change their life. I want you to look at this opportunity from the positive perspective, because what you see out of life is actually what you take out of it, right? Faforlife is a system we know have punished a lot of people with fraud. People who, practically started doing beyond what they know they can do. It is a system that is going to reward you for every single effort. So guys, that is the end of my presentation. I believe someone has done a very good work to invite you to this opportunity. I want you to go back to that person and appreciate that person. And of course, tell that person how ready you are to sign up and start grabbing the millions for yourself. Thank you so very much. And God bless you.
Amazing. Amazing. A bottle of olive wine for you when next we meet.